South Carolina, and the night sky providing a foreboding backdrop for any visitor, because the Tigers are ready to open another season here at home. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Wildcats about to kick it away and get this season started. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Offense set on first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. A little release to the back. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And the Tigers in the hurry up. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort, making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. Quarterback will audible. On 4th down, looking for the completion. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's 4th and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal and moving toward the end zone, and fumble! How about that alert play from the defense to corral that fumble? The 50. He's at the 40. And he was looking for the pick 6. He'll have to settle for getting it inside the 30. They'll have to use its first timeout of the half. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky! They're on the board first here in the season opener. Lining up to add another. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Little touch pass to the receiver. Pretty good job of running to get two there to the 32. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for...
He's got it down the left. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. This has been a staple of the offense at Clemson. Get those big receivers, let them make plays downfield, and it's been very effective over the years.
Yeah, and good quarterback play obviously helps, but when you got good matchups on the outside, it kind of makes the defense very predictable. Like, I got to give help. Okay, it helps my running game. You don't give help. Okay, I'm throwing to my freak out wide. So I think these guys on the outside with all that speed definitely are a problem for defenses.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Clemson jumps to the line. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the 1st down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the 1st down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
On the option. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Moving away from pressure. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. Oh, picked off. Got room on the return. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay, and he did right there with that pick 6.
He'll bring it out. It's Perkins. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Feeling some heat. Fires to the tight end. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to get to it. And that pass intercepted. Taking it the other way. The 20. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
And the sudden change magnified for this defense as it's 1st and goal. He wants to throw. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quickly complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means 3rd and long. 3rd and long, now I go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
He'll bring it out. It's Perkins. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too.
Makes the diving grab along the right sideline. Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. 1st down from the 43. Motion from the offense. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
Those play-action passes take a little bit longer to develop, right? Because you still have the fake, and then the quarterback turns his back to the defense, has to reset. You got to protect him a little bit better than that, or the fake's got to be a lot better.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on 1st down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on 2nd down. Off play action. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
Might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Blasted as he lets it go. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Well, this QB already in the 1st quarter has taken some serious punishment. Got sacked a bunch, got hit a bunch. He's been targeted a lot. This offense needs to find some answers before we're going to be looking at his backup playing some serious snaps.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. From the gun, the give, looking for room. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Handoff to the lone back. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Clemson 14, Kentucky 7.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Fast motion from the offense. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Makes a connection. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator nuts. A lot of DCs, they focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on third down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more third down conversions like that, they're going to be in for a very unpleasant film session.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has it on the doorstep. This quarterback part of their running game. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Goes to the option. And he'll be brought down.
And this young true freshman, he's got to keep his composure here because he can smell his first collegiate touchdown is right on the horizon. His eyes are getting big. Ball security. That has got to be at a premium right now for this young man.
Here comes the option. Fighting for the goal line, and the ball's out. Bounced right back to them. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game. Kentucky going quickly. He'll let one fly from deep in his own territory. Takes a hit as he fired. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
On second down, wants to throw it. Zings it complete to the right. Tackled immediately after the catch. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. This could absolutely spin this game in another direction. They're going for it inside their own 30. He lets one fly deep. Makes the grab inside the 30. Racing down the left side. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Wildcats. Getting set for the point after. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. LSU is running away with things right now, and you just know Mike the Tiger is loving this offense today. They're up by 15 over SMU. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last round. They did a lot of things really well. They just got to do a better job finishing.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Crosses the 45. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And you see so many of these plays now in today's football. Wide receiver coming in motion, and the quarterback catches it, just flips it forward. That's a completed pass. You see the big plays where it just lets him get on the edge really, really quickly. And if he drops the football coming in motion, it's just an incomplete pass. So these plays are getting big plays with really no risk.
From inside the 40 at the 37, it's 1st down. Open space at the 25. He now has 63 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on 1st down.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking deep. Snags it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Kentucky, 14.
Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, and this offense, it's been impressive just seeing how well they've been executing, too, because they're playing with a sense of urgency, David. They know they've got to go score a touchdown every time they take the field.
It's like a tennis match. You're just trying to break serve at some point, just back and forth. Both offenses having a lot of success in these football games.
Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. He's going up top. Brings it in down the left side. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. The big play came, David. He saw that safety and just didn't believe he could get over the top in time.
Exactly right. You see the one safety in the middle of the field. You know the outside parts of the field are open. Run those goes, those streaks down the field on the outside. Let your playmaker.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
Well, I can tell you haven't played the position. You can't step into throws and you can't follow through. It obviously affects your accuracy. And I think the hit on the quarterback right there certainly contributed to that interception.
He slings it deep to the left. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Looking to go up top on first down. He's got it. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
From the 22 on 1st and 10. Quarterback checking the play. Trying to find his man on first down. Throws to the wideout. Working on the right. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. The Tigers are in the hurry-up. They'll run the option. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And now the lead is extended a little further. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Coming out with it, it's Perkins. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Perkins. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Those two first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here after the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They played really well in this first half.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Buys a little time. He's looking on the right side. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. They're snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affected the football game.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On third down, he drops to throw. He's not afraid to go deep. And it's picked off for the fourth time today. So you come out of the locker room for the second half, and right away, you throw a pick.
Bad news, too, because you go into the locker room and you sort of regroup, and you start thinking about how you're going to attack this defense, what adjustments you're going to make. You feel like you got a good plan running out of the locker room, and then to throw a pick right away, man, that is a gut punch.
The Tigers headed quickly to the line. Quick release by the QB. Across the 25, he's got room. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Clemson. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Perkins. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game. Oh, look out. There he goes. Inside the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Kentucky. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. LSU is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Death Valley for some time. They're up by 22 over SMU. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
You just can't have that happen if you're on the return team. You know, if you lose the football now, you're giving the other offense the ball back deep in your own end. Simply can't happen.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops for them and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
What a play by the defender there, guys. In his own end zone, the offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown, but the hit forces the incompletion.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
You know, as an offense, oftentimes you try the reverse play because you're trying to take advantage of a defense over pursuing and by a lot of defensive team speed. Didn't work right there. Great discipline by this defense.
Oh, gives him the... just keeps moving. He's up to 86 yards rushing now here in week 1. A solid start to this new campaign. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. On the option. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. The option look. He'll toss it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the 1st down on the play.
That's a down and distance that would make a lot of coaching staffs pause, maybe call a timeout and think about, but not this one. There was no doubt, Reese, they were going to run the football and try to pick that up on 4th.
Direct challenge. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Tiger. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it in style with a 57-yard toss for 6. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Took just one play, and they got it almost to midfield. 1st down from the 49. Shoots it to the left. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Bringing it back at the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. How about that D coming up with a play like that? They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll bring it out. It's Perkins. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, credit to the offense, sticking with the run, but man, it's not working, and this defense is not budging, and we've seen them all season. They've been so dominant. I do think it's going to have to come through the air, and you're going to have to turn your quarterback loose.
And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? And just an outstanding return takes it back to the 7-yard line.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver, they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. And the stomping has commenced. This dude is putting on a show, taking up residence in the end zone by the air and by the ground, in keeping with what Clemson looks for in a quarterback.
Man, this is unbelievable. I mean, you've seen so many great guys run through, and Clemson majors in quarterbacks that can throw, can run, and really be dynamic. And this guy is having himself a day.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Just don't feel like the quarterback's in a rhythm so far. He's had accuracy issues. That last throw was underthrown, but we've seen bad decisions, trying to force the football in places it just shouldn't go, and that's why he's already thrown multiple interceptions.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 30. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. They'll run it on the counter. At the 45, on his way. He's now over the century mark with 102 yards on the ground, and that will put him over 100, and what a way to start the season. They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive, and now in business near midfield at the 49. They're getting this guy lathered up. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Clemson is quick to the line. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On second down, wants to throw. He fires to the left side. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Takes it the other way. And after the pick, everybody going the other way, and he crossed midfield and got it to the 47.
Man, teams that play cover one at an elite level have an elite guy in the middle of the field that he's playing zone, everybody else playing man, and he can cover so much ground. You watch him run, he breaks on the football when he needs to, goes and makes the big interception.
He's run out of bounds, but not before, turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game one, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this game.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect the quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the ball is picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And when it's 3rd and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. So offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there. The defense makes the big play.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Clemson 52, Kentucky 21.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Power football with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. On the move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Clemson jumps to the line.
Now, a fourth down.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. He lobs one high down the left side. And the fourth down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
Finds his tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week one, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get...
And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Wildcats!
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game one. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Oh, he's going to take a chance. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David. Racing to the right. The 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. And the route is on. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. San Diego State is on top right now, but that's not exactly Marshall Faulk out there running circles around the D. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 10 over the Royals. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
And the Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Fires and picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. Running inside the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Clemson. He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good, and put one more.